the wild, the weird, and the funny. For my entire life, I've loved cars, and I've loved car commercials. I've spent the past year poring over thousands of great ads from around the world and 7 different decades, and now it's finally here. The top 10 car commercials of all time. Welcome to the channel for anyone who wants to enjoy cars without breaking the bank. Usually I'm covering used car reviews or ownership hacks, but today we're doing something a little different just for fun. I work in a marketing department for my day job, so this is a video I've always wanted to make. A few quick ground rules on what I qualify as a car commercial. Number 1, it needs to have aired on national television. So this excludes any print magazine ads or any longer form promotional videos like you get on VHS back in the day. Promotional short films are out too. BMW's The Hire series, for example. Second qualification, it needs to be a commercial for a car. Any commercial that simply features a car but isn't selling the car itself doesn't qualify for my list. This also goes for any NASCAR ads.
I'm at the wrong track.
But third qualification for this list, I'm judging singular spots, not entire campaigns. To clarify, campaigns are built around a series of spots, and I'm not judging entire campaigns. But without further ado, here are my picks for the top 10 car commercials of all time, starting with number 10. This makes the list for the sheer audacity of how it looks and sounds. It's only a little less bizarre if you're familiar with the star, Grace Jones, super edgy actress, singer, and model. If you've ever seen the Bond film A View to a Kill, yep, that's her. Citroën hired Jones and her lover as director to shine a contemporary light on their aging CX model. What they created is a weird yet striking ad for a weird yet striking car that's perfectly suited for its weird yet striking star.
CX2, la beauté sauvage.
Number 9. Most commercials are a flurry of quick shots chopped together, but this commercial plays out much differently. Most of it is a single, breathtaking shot. The sensation of speed isn't faked either. Everything you see is entirely real. The Landspeed record car is a custom one-off, built from the ground up just for the ad. The twist ending is clever, fun, and drives home how awesome this M5 truly was. Many enthusiasts think BMW peaked with this car, and after watching this commercial, who can argue? Number 8. Way back in 2011, a mass-produced electric car was a tough sell to the general public, but this ad helped change their minds. Look, I love internal combustion engines and the smell of gasoline, but this ad is so effective, it makes me just want to step outside for some fresh air.
What if everything ran on gas? Then again, what if everything didn't? The 100% electric, zero gas Nissan Leaf. Innovation for the planet, innovation for all.
Number 7.
This court has been called in session to pass judgment on a special new car from Pontiac.
Apologies in advance, but because of YouTube's Content ID music flagging system, I'll have to talk over most of the next couple entries. Which is a shame because the music for this spot, written and performed by Paul Revere and the Raiders, is one of the best songs ever made for a car commercial. The tune, called Judge GTO Breakaway, was so popular you could even order it as a single. Look at that, the record looks like a tire. Adorable.
The judge will rule. Judge.
The spot is an overdose of trippy 1969 vibes. Taking a drag of this ad makes me nostalgic for a time I wasn't even alive for. Groovy car, groovy band, groovy era. That's enough for number 7. on my list.
Has the jury reached a verdict? Breakaway!
Let's take a trip back to the desert for number 6. There's a long list of celebrity appearances in car commercials, but this is my absolute favorite. In 1994, musician Ray Charles was hired to promote the Peugeot 306 Cabriolet. Yep, a blind man driving a car. He's really driving that car, but that's what makes this spot so special. Most celebrity endorsements look like the actor is just in it for the paycheck. Here's a few examples.
There is nothing newer in the world than a 1958 Ford.
We just love ours.
And the car's performance, Miss Gabor?
Oh, it's divine.
Were you paid to say these things, Miss Gabor?
Are you crazy? Of course, yes.
I tried the Legacy.
But check out this Peugeot ad. Ray Charles is obviously relishing this rare opportunity and having the time of his life. My hat's off to the camera crew on this spot as well. Charles in his car gets incredibly close to the camera equipment as it whizzes by. But it all adds up to a dynamic slice of happiness that always puts a smile on my face. And now on to the top 5.
All right, flyboy, listen up. Today, you're gonna test your skills, see what you're made of. When you're up there, remember, you're not just birds, you're pigeons.
Skyrat, this is Dirty Bird. Do you read me?
Dirty Bird, this here Skyrat, I copy.
I've spotted a gold mine with a freshly washed beauty.
Roger, Dirty Bird.
In the late 90s, Nissan spent $200 million on their Enjoy the Ride campaign. This toys commercial almost made the cut, but Nissan killed off the very car it was advertising, the 300ZX, by the time the commercial had aired. So instead, I give my nod to this Pigeons Superbowl commercial for the Nissan Maxima. I love the practical effects of the bird puppets, the way the bird poop ricochets like bullets in a 007 film, and the ace voice work by cheer star John Ratzenberger.
Okay, Skyrat, I'll get him. I've got you, I've got you. Medic.
I enjoy this ride enough to put it in the 5th spot. On to number 4.
Oh no! The Mach 5 has been sabotaged. Speed, if you don't win, we could lose everything.
Here, Speed.
Huh? The Volkswagen GTI.
You just knew Volkswagen would have to be on this list at least once, right? The brand has had an incredible run of great commercials throughout the decades. So many that I could have made a top 10 list just for VW alone. But I couldn't have them hogging this whole list, so I had to whittle it down to the best of the best. Like a lot of enthusiasts, I grew up watching reruns of the original 1960s Speed Racer cartoon. Seeing him and the rest of the gang suddenly reappear in this 1996 commercial was like reuniting with an old friend.
Faster, Speed!
Look out!
A painstaking amount of detail went into making this commercial seem like an authentic lost episode of the original cartoon. Thankfully, the animation, voice acting, music, and pacing are perfect emulations. It helped that they got some of the original voice cast back, and even mastered it in 16mm to capture the correct texture.
This GTI is amazing, and it's got room for 4.
Make that 6!
I really love that Spritle and Chim Chim hide out in the trunk just like they would in the cartoon. Put it all together, and it's sheer joy to fans and newcomers of the series alike. Number 3. This jaw-dropping ad belongs in what I call the stunt category of car commercials. Stunt commercials put the hero car in a ridiculous situation of iRacing jeopardy, but typically they're just for show and don't have all that much to do with putting the actual car to the test. What puts this Audi commercial above the rest is it truly relies on the unique capabilities of the car itself to achieve the stunt. Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system was a big deal at the time, so this ad serves as a brilliant demonstration of what it could do. Yeah, the tires are studded, and there is a safety cable attached to the car, but it's only there to help the car get back down safely between takes. The car is actually climbing itself up all by itself. It's a seminal commercial that's good enough to climb to the number 3 spot on my list. Number 2. Yep, Volkswagen claims another spot on this list. Hey, I told you they made too many good ones. This commercial, titled Big Day, is their most cinematic and memorable, playing more like a mostly silent short film than a commercial for a car. Future Madman actor Kevin Rahm is the star, but it's a testament to all the actors involved that entire backstories and complex emotions are given serious weight and impact with just simple, silent looks. This spot was so successful that it ran for 3 years straight. That's an amazingly long run, especially for an ad with a twist ending. See, even after you realize that the Jetta driver isn't the tardy groom after all, it's still a compelling commercial that draws you in. To this day, I often find myself wondering, what happened to these characters? I mean, how many ads can you say that about? Not many, which is why this steals the 2nd spot. So what's number 1? What is the best car commercial of all time?
It began as genius and grew to be legend, and has become at long last the most advanced production car on the planet.
You've never seen anything like this before.
A new Chevrolet Corvette like never before.
Never before.
A Corvette superb in its engineering and technology and defiant in its performance.
Yeah. Guy who owns a C4 Corvette puts a C4 Corvette commercial at the number 1 spot. Well, guess what? I own a C4 Corvette because of how freaking awesome this commercial is. This commercial debuted in 1984 and heralded the arrival of the new Corvette, which was a long time coming.
Feel the performance of the world's first computer-activated manual transmission. A Corvette with never-before available unidirectional turbine fin wheels and tires individually engineered for all 4 corners.
Special mention has to go to Robert Abel and Associates, who were pioneers in early computer graphics work. They did a lot of amazing ads for GM that were way ahead of their time. This 1985 Astro ad has what I believe is the first all-CGI car seen in a car commercial. Decades before this was common practice. But this Corvette commercial takes the top spot because not only does it have ultra-rad computer graphics, it's also a showcase of several crafts coming together into one amazing orchestra. The over-the-top ad copy, production design, lighting, costumes, and music all come together for maximum impact. It's an awesome look at what people in the 80s wanted the future to be, and the end result melts my face off every time that I watch it.
14 separate instrument readouts, English or metric, all updated 16 times every operating second.
It is quite simply the best car commercial of all time.
The most advanced production car on the planet is now called Corvette. Chevrolet is taking charge.
But I want to hear from you. Do you have a favorite commercial that you think should have been included? And would you like to see a follow-up video to this one? I could easily do the 20th through 11th spots of great commercials that just barely missed the cut, or top 10 NASCAR commercials.
Sweet.
Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Till then, thanks for watching, and stay practical.